I want to share not just what I pack, but what I pack specifically as a digital nomad. Digital nomad just being someone who not just works from home or works from their laptop, but also travels while they do it. So it's a little bit of work from anywhere stuff and a little bit of travel stuff. Okay, cool, we're looking good. I'm sitting on the floor today because I am in the midst of packing for my next trip. Over here you can see a small puddle from a little bit of water I just spilled, and over here you can see a bunch of my tech supplies that I'm going to be featuring in this video. I want to start this video by saying that whenever I am packing, I always prioritize tech first. This is stuff that is important to my business and the most expensive stuff that can be really hard to replace and expensive to replace if you are out of your home country, just because sometimes it's not as easily accessible or you don't know where you need to go to find it and get it, so it's just easier to obviously have it and bring it with you. Second priority is any supplements or products like makeup, hair products, and then third priority is clothing, because clothing you can buy anywhere, and while I have a lot of amazing clothes that I want to bring, that would be the thing that I usually sacrifice leaving a bit behind. In the last 3 years of running my business online, I have traveled to Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, China, Palm Springs, Mexico, Spain, England, the Netherlands, Italy, Portugal, spent 2 summers in Canada, and was back in Bali again. And I'm headed to a brand new country very, very soon, which I'm excited to share probably in the next video. And even though I am technically a digital nomad, I do tend to spend lots of time in one place. So I have spent the majority of the last 2 years in Bali, and I think that I will continue to structure my life that way because I would actually just rather be in one place. So for me, it's not about going to a lot of different countries all the time, but I like to take breaks 1 or 2 times throughout the year to go to another country or another few countries for a shorter amount of time. What the heck? Why isn't it focusing on me? But let's get into the packing details. So first of all, I travel with a suitcase. This is a normal sized large suitcase. It's not like an oversized one. I did travel with a backpack when I was traveling through Southeast Asia in 2017, but because now I travel more slowly or I go somewhere and stay, a suitcase feels okay to me. This trip, for the first time, I will also be bringing a carry-on suitcase. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see how much stuff I have, but I have never traveled with both before because that just feels like too much when you're trying to get on a ferry by yourself and you have this and a backpack. It just gets really overwhelming. And this was my conundrum. I am going to travel around for a short period of time through a couple places, and then I'm going to stop in one place for a very long time. And that's why I want to have all of the stuff that is important to me. And all of my life does fit into this or this, which is cool. Then another digital nomad friend of mine gave me a good travel hack and a way to solve this problem, which is that when I land in the country, I will be in city X. I'm gonna stay there for 3 days at a hotel. I'm gonna ask them to keep this suitcase until I fly out of the country because I will come back through their main city. So I will come back and stay at the hotel again. I emailed a couple hotels ahead of time. They agreed that it would be no problem for them to keep this in their storage room because all of this stuff I don't need throughout my travels exploring one country. I just want it all when I get to my final destination. So that is the general base luggage. This brand is called Haze. I got it on sale from the Bay. When it comes to travel and security with luggage, I honestly don't look that much into it, but I know that there are definitely more tech savvy travel luggage gear. I just don't really feel like I need it that much right now, so this is what I'm working with. Alright, obviously first things first, the laptop. I have a beautiful MacBook Pro that I have jacked up with extra memory and extra RAM because I do video editing, obviously photo editing, and I just want a powerhouse of a laptop. Last year I had a very unfortunate situation where this computer stopped working as soon as I got to Portugal, so I had to buy a used laptop that was an 11-inch screen and have that with me for the rest of the year. So I'm so happy to have this baby fixed and back. That is a long story for another day. So laptop, you're also going to need your laptop charging cord, and with that you're going to want to make sure you also have, where is it, an adapter. It's really, really easy to find international, like universal adapters that can switch to whether you're in Europe or America or Australia or whatever. So this one is Samsonite. Pretty sure I stole it from my mom like 3 years ago, and it's been doing the trick. Something else to consider would be looking for a adapter that has power surge protection or a power bar that has power surge protection, because sometimes the amount of power that can come through the outlets in different places is too strong for your device. And so a friend of mine not that long ago was charging her phone as soon as she got to, I can't think of where she was, and her phone basically burnt inside, and that was the end of it, day 1 of her trip. So look for something that says power surge. That will be helpful for that. Other things that go along with the laptop that are absolutely non-negotiable for me are, number 1, a laptop stand. I left my laptop stand in Bali on purpose, and so I don't have it with me, but I use the brand Next Stand, I'm pretty sure it's called. I'm gonna leave a photo here, make sure it's linked below. Also, of course, a Bluetooth keyboard and a Bluetooth mouse. I know that this is pretty bright, but it's just the obvious Apple one. These are more than worth the investment. to pair them with the laptop stand, because if your computer's propped up, then you need these to, you know, because so you're not reaching and touching on your laptop, and it will help with your posture so much. It just makes a world of difference. If you go into a co-working place, of course, you can set up your whole situation, and I've seen some people do it in cafes as well. Other laptop supporting technology is a external hard drive. This is where I keep all of my photo and video files. I have a second one, which is the backup for my computer. I honestly feel pretty confident in iCloud at this point with the stuff that I have, so I could use this as a second backup hard drive. I don't even know if this is going to make the cut for this packing. We'll see how much space I have, but I do have two. And also this memory card and cord adapter. I use this thing all the time to put my memory cards into my MacBook Pro, because there is not a memory card port. And then it also has HDMI and DCIN, whatever that is. I love this little guy. He helps me connect all sorts of things to my laptop and definitely comes in handy. Got it off Amazon and will link it below. Next up, audio technology. I have not one, not two, but 4 sets of headphones that I'm going to be traveling with for various reasons. So I have the original AirPods, love them. I'm literally obsessed with them. They're great. I actually tried so many Bluetooth wireless headphones and then came back to these, but the one caveat is they don't really stay in well for working out when I'm sweating, plus they can get water damage. I tried the Pros, I wasn't a huge fan, but I do have these Bose headphones. I don't know what they're called, but I'm gonna have to link it, and will you be able to see? They're cute little, they stay in your ear, sound is good, nice and loud, and I use those ones for working out instead. Then I have ear noise canceling headphones. I might wear these to the gym if I was in a certain mood, but I usually use them to work, especially when I'm in cafes and stuff, or even at home. Sometimes, honestly, sometimes I just put them on and don't play anything, because the silence just puts you in your own little world and it's super nice. So I had this brand reach out to me. They're called Studio. They are a European brand, and they sent these to me and they are awesome. They're below the price point of what I was using before, which was these Beats, which went a long way, but honestly they were just old and worn, and they served their time, and I was going to replace them with that I was going to replace them, but then this brand reached out to me and I was like, hell yes, I would love to try these, and they're awesome. Can't recommend them enough. Plus they have a really nice cushion here at the top, which the other ones didn't have, so it doesn't hurt sitting on your head for too long. They fold up super nice, they're aesthetically pleasing, they come in other colors, and I'll link it below. I actually have a discount code for that, so that will be linked. Third, content creation technology devices. iPhone, obviously I have the 11 Pro right now, nice OtterBox case, gotta be serious about not breaking that. And the rest of my setup is basically my camera, which I am using right now, so I'm gonna have to take a little video with my iPhone after this, clip it in here to show you my camera, but I will show you the other accessories that I pack. Obviously a bunch of memory cards. I have 2 62s and 2 32s, it's been enough for me. I use Sigma lenses and I'm absolutely obsessed with them. This is the Sigma 50mm Art Series 1.4 aperture lens, and the one looking at me right now is the 24 1.4 Sigma Art Series. Alrighty, obviously couldn't show you the camera before because I was recording on it, but this is my Canon 6D Mark II. I very, very, very much love this camera. I've shot with Canon my whole life and only recently also bought a Sony as well. This is the 24mm Sigma lens and the Rode microphone that I was talking about. It's also on a tripod, which last year I did not travel with because I just knew that I wasn't gonna be making that much video or photo content. However, now being on YouTube, this is really important. Unfortunately, it's a heavy thing to carry around. It's probably light as far as tripods go actually, but it does take up a lot of room in the suitcase. Regardless, I do need to bring it. I've created many a makeshift tripod, and there is nothing like actually just having one where you can set everything up exactly how you want it, so the tripod will be coming in the suitcase as well. I obviously am going to be packing my charger and a second battery pack. That's enough for me, and I use a Rode microphone that looks exactly like this. Let's get a focus. But this one is broken. You'll see that thing came out. Unfortunately, I was just really hard on it, and breaking it was quite devastating, so I ordered another one this summer, just the exact same, because it's a good mic, the quality feels really good to me, and it comes with one of those little fluffy wind breaking dead cat things, I think the people in videography call them. So you'll get a little one of these guys as well, so that when you're using it out in the wind, you can still hear what's going on. I want to say one thing about this camera that I'm using. The camera the Canon 6D Mark II. It's super big and super heavy. I don't do any vlogging as of right now, but the more I get into YouTube, the more I could really see that being valuable. But with my cell phone, if I take a video, the audio quality is pretty hit or miss, and the video quality isn't quite the same. It would be okay to clip into a YouTube video, which I will do in this video, but I'm starting to wonder if I should either get a mic for this or a smaller camera. But actually, before I left Bali, I bought a smaller camera because I was planning on selling this one. I wasn't on YouTube at that time, and I ended up leaving it with a friend whose camera was stolen. So I left it with her because I knew I had this one, but now that I'm on YouTube, this camera is amazing for it because it has a flip out thing on the side, so I can like look at myself and see if I'm in focus and see what's going on. But it's so heavy, but then I'm like, am I really gonna be the person who has a little Sony camera and a big Canon camera and all these things? And maybe I will. Maybe I will be that person. Time will tell. Okay, and the last section of things that are non-negotiable for me aren't specifically tech or electronic, but they are other little travel hack items that I would not travel without. So one is a blow-up neck pillow. I'm not sure who would ever carry around a physical pillow or a bean bag pillow. It's just extra things hanging off of you. You look like a tourist, which is fine, but you know what I mean. So a blow-up one is highly convenient. Took like 4 breaths and you're good to go. Deflates super easy and rolls up super tiny, so it takes up like no space. Next thing is a little sleep mask. I actually can sleep wherever. You could put me on the floor of Walmart and I would fall asleep. I can sleep in an airplane, I can sleep in an airport. It's all good, but this is a nice little touch for sure, especially when sometimes they turn on the plane lights and you're not quite ready to wake up. Third is packing cubes. Seriously, if you even only travel for 2 days once a year, buy yourself packing cubes. They keep your suitcase so organized. I really like these ones from Eagle Creek because they open on both sides, so I can put shirts on one side and pants on the other, or I can put clean clothes on one side and dirty clothes on the other side. I have 2 big sized ones, 1 small one, and honestly I would take another big size one just to put in my carry-on or my backpack because it keeps everything compartmentalized. And definitely if you're traveling with a big travel backpack, because you're backpacking, you're going to want to use these so that you don't have to go all the way to the bottom of your backpack and take everything out to try and find something. Packing cubes are the best and they make a great gift. Another thing I bought that wasn't necessarily strategic, but that I have really liked is this really simple little cosmetics bag that I got off Amazon. I'll link it below. It's pretty dirty now, but it's nice that you can hook it up because if you are ever staying in a place where it's like communal bathrooms, then you might want to do this if you're showering in a communal bathroom, or whatever, if you just want to hang it in your hotel room. It's got lots of pockets, lots of space on the inside, some elastics to put your products in there, and it's just cute and minimal, easy. My feet are falling asleep. God. All right, last thing I want to share is this Unreal camera travel bag that I found a couple years ago from Amazon. It was $99. What is awesome about it is it is compartmentalized inside, but it's made with the idea that you are traveling with a laptop and camera gear and also clothes and stuff. So right inside here you can see there is a laptop pocket. And there's just some dividers in there, and then this mesh thing zips down. Lots of space here to put lenses, to put cords, to put whatever you need. And then in the top they show this as an area for shoes or clothes, I think, or up here as well. So if you're going on a weekend trip, then you can definitely pack all of that stuff in there. I would use it as my carry-on bag this trip, and I actually still might because it's so nice to have for a weekend bag. But there's another backpack that I want to have for my everyday, and this one's just a little too big. And I had it in 2019 when I was in Bali, and 2020. But when I would go on my scooter and have this huge bag and take it into a cafe, it was honestly just too much. I just need a bag that can hold my laptop, so I'm using a Hershel Backpack, which I will show you. I've had this girl since 2012. It's in amazing condition. The only thing is the leather on the front is super ripped up, but it's the perfect medium-sized bag where I can fit my really big laptop in it, because this 17-inch laptop can only fit in so many laptop pockets. They're not all made for it because it's kind of a new model, like a new size, and yeah, so it's just a bit smaller than this big one. So inside the top of this bag you can access it from the back or the front. There's this little scoop zipper here at the front, and inside was this super convenient pull out container that's like got a nice form. And so whether I use this bag or not, I always use this because it's been really good for putting everything that I want to access on the plane in here. So my carry-on bag needs to have my camera, my laptop, all my batteries in it. Legally, that's what you have to do. So when I'm on the plane, I don't have to dig through everything and take my camera out and be digging around. So I put all my important paperwork, passport, chargers if I want them, and headphones in here, and just put it on the top of my bag so that I can take it out and access it. And last, but certainly not least, we have my blue light glasses from Frank and Iris. This is a brand made by digital nomads for digital nomads, and they are an awesome, lightweight, cute blue light glasses that do the job. They keep my eyes from drying out, they keep me from getting screen fatigue, and I love wearing them all in the evening hours for sure, if not a little bit during the day as well. I have a discount code for Frank and Iris as well, which will be below, and when you buy your blue light glasses through Frank and Iris, part of the profit goes to getting prescription glasses to people in need so that they can have a better quality of life, so that they can work, and everything else that goes along with having sight that I am so lucky to have. So these are definitely coming with me in my carry-on in a special case so that nothing happens to them because they're precious. All right, I had a lot to say about that. That actually kind of turned into a lot, I felt like. If you have any questions about this lifestyle, about what I pack, what I bring, if you want a video on anything else that has to do with traveling and being able to work abroad, then I would be happy to consider your ideas. Leave them in the comment box below, and I will see you in my next destination. Bye! I love these lenses so much. Ow, my feet have pins and needles.